The other thing I picked up is this TOMS carbon fiber spoiler. And this is how it's packaged up currently. Took a quick glance at the instructions. No screws supplied, so I think it's only double-sided taped on. Well, a little disappointed there. See that they come with these like covers here. Plug up the hose, so it doesn't look like it's going to use any of those bolt holes, the factory provisions, but at least it'll let you cover it for water sealing. Yeah. Let me unbox this and I'll show you guys that too. Let me unbox it and show you guys, or unwrap it. Here is the carbon fiber TOMS spoiler. Nice. Looks really nice, but not as crazy as the LEMS. Very impressed with the LEMS. As you can see, this is fiberglass with carbon overlaid on, and then resin. It's not dried carbon, so there's a little bit of weight to it. But still nice, a nice piece. Let me weigh it. So let's see, it's 0. So this is 2 pounds. So imagine this spoiler is already half the weight of both my side skirts and the front lip I got right there. It's a little crazy. Alright, so this is the TOMS spoiler sitting on top of the IS500 or Fsport Spoiler. It doesn't reach all the way to the same area, so I'm a little worried that the stock spoiler made a mark on the, like a shadow mark on this, on the trunk already. Also, this is double-sided tape. We'll see if I use it. I'm actually probably, spoiler alert, gonna go with the Aimgain one. You'll see why. In order to install an aftermarket spoiler on your IS500 or 350 Fsport, you gotta take all these clips off and remove this panel. And it's pretty obvious, it's all these right here. So I'm gonna pop these off really quick and then continue on, show you guys. And all you have to do is use one of these tools, such as this one. Different kinds, also a plastic version. So here is the piece removed, all the clips right there. Those were the location. So pretty simple to remove. So now I'll take this out of the way, and this is all exposed. Now let's, oh, right there. This is one bolt there, and then one bolt there. Take it apart and see how it goes. There's one more other tip. I recommend laying some tape, masking tape, along the edges. I noticed that when I was prying it, I was actually kind of marring the paint a little bit. But it's just slight scratches, so I could at least still buff it out. So that's another suggestion I make. Put the tape. So that way, when you're using this tool to stick between here, this part kind of rub here, won't rub and damage the paint. Yep. Let me get the spoiler off, and then we'll get the test fit of the Aimgain spoiler and the TOMS one, since I have both still, to see how it looks. And then I'm going to actually get the Aimgain color match to the same color as the car, because I don't really like this gloss black look too much. Alright, so this is the Aimgain one, and this is how far it sticks out. Follows the same lines on the trunk as the original. Alright, so here is the spoiler removed. Notice that there is still a lot of marring, so I don't know if the tool I used was a good idea. I'm gonna try to polish this out after I get all this 3M tape off. So there is a clip here. That's the stud where the 10mm bolt nut gut went. Another clip and another clip. Interesting, they're turned different. This one, the gasket's kind of ripped because I put my pry tool under it, I think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take these off and run a screw upwards, I believe. I gotta look at the spoiler. I'll put those spoilers all on the ground and I'll show you guys the difference. So I picked up this Aimgain spoiler and it looks pretty close to OEM, but it's actually not. As you can see, it's actually a bit flared out like a duckbill, but still has all the OEM lines in it. The OEM shape here and this right here. And then you'll see when I turn it over, it is dead on mold at the bottom as well. So all the mounting points are here. And then this also here. And even this one. But this one doesn't have anything in its spot. So if you want an OEM Plus style spoiler, this is the answer. This is the Aimgain spoiler. I believe they make it in carbon fiber, so if you want carbon fiber, you can do that route. I bought this used, and I'm gonna color match it to the same color as the car, because I'm not really a big fan of black spoiler. Alright, so I got the spoiler back, and what I'm gonna be working on now is I'm gonna drill these holes out and put some nut certs in. These things right here. I'm gonna fit these in here. And then I have a stud. It's right here. And thread it in. And the reason why I'm gonna do it, show you the OEM spoiler. So here is the OEM spoiler right next to it, like I showed earlier. And you see the stud right here. So I'm gonna try to replicate that in the same location. There's some play, but I think I can still do it. The hole on the trunk is pretty big. Some gaskets here. I wonder if I should replicate that. Oh, it's not there anymore. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stud this, and then I'll probably just use a regular screw right here. If it doesn't bite well, then I am planning to nut cert it also, and then run a 10mm in that spot. But you see at the factory, it's just a plastic stud to line it up. So let me get that done. I'm gonna drill this hole a little bigger because right now it doesn't fit, and then move on from there. Let's see. So the drill bit I have in my hand is an 8.5mm right now. So I'm gonna start off with that first, see how it works. Still a little too small, so I'm gonna go 8. Alright, that's the right one. Let's insert this one on. Okay, that is inserted. Kind of straight. And now this will be the stud that sticks out. She could be longer. Maybe I should order longer ones. Well, once I get the right stud length, I am gonna Loctite it so it doesn't back out. And let me do the rest of it off camera. So I got some double-sided tape on the entire spoiler now. And I also got longer studs. These are 35 millimeter. That was the case for me. I picked up these before. It was 25, it was a little too short. So this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna thread these in and let it bottom out. So that's about how much is gonna stick out. Pretty close to OEM. Measure the factory spoiler. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna thread lock it with medium strength. That way this won't thread out accidentally when I take the nut off if I ever have to uninstall it. So let me do that right now. Okay, so I'm gonna use medium strength, which is blue color. Just gonna dab a little bit. That should be good. And then thread it in before it dries up. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to do it to the other side also. Other stud. Alright, that's done. Gonna let it dry now. Also picked up these little foam gasket washer type things. And what I'm gonna do is slide these on also right there. Kind of help seal the water. I'm gonna kind of adhesive it somehow, and then ready to install. Alright, so got it all prepped, taped down, grommets installed. Feels like the Loctite already kind of dried because this doesn't spin as much now. Alright, so I also have some of the double-sided tape peeled. I'm gonna probably do a time lapse of this part so I'm not worried too much about talking. Alright, let's go. Alright, spoiler is now fully installed. Really like how it came out. So let me show you guys inside here what we're working with. Oh, I should have a light. So there's one of the studs, and then that one I shot a machine screw. I'll show you what I used. There's one right there, one right there. So there's another hole about right here, this area at the end. Didn't end up using anything except for double-sided tape there, and I plugged up the hole. Basically, these are what's in those spots, and I was worried that this was gonna make the spoiler not go all the way down, so I pulled these off instead and just covered up with double-sided tape foam. So these are the screws I use in the middle part. That went about in here, so those right there. So now that the spoiler is fully installed, I am gonna get the trunk panels back all in right there.